Hey, what's getting you? Have your coffee.
I'm getting all these messages from my friends and I don't seem to understand so many of these words. Now, did you know what BAE means?
I thought your generation was creating these words.
Oh yeah, but then there are too many of them. It's so confusing.
So what's BAE?
BAE is before anyone else. Then there is IMHO.
Yeah, I know that one. That's in my humble opinion, right? Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay, now let me throw you a word. The word retirement. You know what that word means?
Of course. I mean, retirement means when you stop working at the age of 58 or 60.
Yeah, but just tell me, how did Sachin retire at 41?
Oh, yeah, I never thought it that way. So tell me, what is retirement actually?
So retirement is in two parts. One is a happy retirement, one is a sad retirement. The happy retirement is when you have played cricket or whatever. Let's take a cricketing example. The cricketer has played cricket, he's got endorsement, he's created a corpus which is enough for him to live.
Yeah.
Now take the same happy cricketer, maybe he's 30 years of age. Now take a friend of his, a colleague of his who's 23. He was hit by an accident on the field or off the field, because of which he's not going to be able to play cricket.
Yeah.
The first guy chose retirement. The second guy had retirement forced upon him. So one is a happy retirement and one is a sad retirement.
Okay, so let's go with your happy definition. So it means when I don't have to work for money anymore, right? But how do I get there faster? By investing, correct?
That's right, but the investment is also not something very simple. It's like, going off to a new city which you don't know. Yeah. You reach there with a map, right? So for your investments, you need an investment roadmap. And one of the basic things is, if you want to live well and live happily in retirement, be prepared for the worst. Okay. We always assume good things will happen, but you need to be prepared for the worst, right? So let us take this, every guy, every kid who joins an organization hopes to become a CEO, right?
Yeah.
But everybody doesn't become one. 300 assistant managers in your office, one becomes a CEO. 299 don't. And people think that they will have enough money once they become a CEO and they put in place. Yeah. That won't work. You need to start earlier.
Right. Even I was dreaming of becoming a CEO one day.
Yeah, I'm sure you will become CEO, but don't put your retirement bets on becoming a CEO. Okay. Which means you need to start investing today when you're young. You can start with smaller amounts and put into more aggressive and riskier assets, so that you build a big corpus, because if you start when you're older, your risk-taking appetite goes down. So this is a good age to start. So start with small amounts in aggressive assets and you will build your corpus.
Right. But inflation and all of this, how does that work?
Yeah. See, what happens is you will be investing for a pretty long period of time, 60, 70 years. Obviously, inflation will come into play. But right now you start investing in assets which are aggressive, which will give you inflation adjusted returns. So you will get something called real returns. It's a nice age to start now and build your corpus. The other big mistake which people make is not being able to estimate how much they will require in retirement and not providing for things like inflation or underestimating the impact of inflation. All those are the other mistakes which people make.
Right. But isn't that the logical way to go?
Yeah, so it's not just inflation that one has to be worried about. Those lifestyle changes which we make, which over a long period of time will increase the size of the corpus that you require. For example, you're too young, so maybe you don't realize, but in your older age, the amount that you spend on adult diapers and nursing and things like that, which you wouldn't even consider today, right? Those are the things which are going to impact the amount that you need for retirement. So people come to me and say, look, I've got 15 years to go at 4% inflation, how much is the money that I will need? That's right, that's a nice question to ask. The question is, what are the other things which you're going to require in retirement? The inflation, yes, is one part, but lifestyle changes that you make, the requirements that you have, somebody having a heart attack or things like that, all those things, the nursing 24 hours, all these things are going to cost a lot of money. That is going to increase the size of the box for your retirement.
Okay, stop. This whole retirement thing is sounding so scary now.
It need not be scary. I'll give you 4 important tips. You're young, so you've started early. you can invest in higher yielding assets which will grow as your age increases. That will also grow. You have that risk taking ability, so you can do it now. Second, think of life far beyond what you think you will live. You think beyond 60, 70, 80, maybe you could live longer than that. Think of all the lifestyle which you want to have now and what you want to maintain during your retirement. And once you do these 3-4 things, think of all the responsibilities that you have for all the goals to be fulfilled. These 3-4 things should be your guiding principles. So once you do these things, you will have your kitty in place. And so like the tip which I told you, you start early. You don't keep waiting, because then you don't have enough time to compound your money. And when you wait, what happens? Look, your coffee's got cold. so you need to put your energies today to build your corpus for 30-40 years later.
Absolutely. I think I get it now.
Yeah. So have your coffee.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.